All right, time to take you through the front pages of some select national dailies, bring you up to speed with the biggest stories making the rounds. It's still pretty much a festive season, but there's still a lot happening. We kick things off with a look at the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper for today, December 20th, 2024, and it starts with the big story about the 2025 budget. It says Tinubu, Shettima strips refreshment to Gulp 9.4 billion naira. That is a lot of money, by the way. It goes further to break down some of the provisions. Presidency to spend 10.6 billion naira on cars, honorarium, fuel and essays office. Appropriation bill scales second reading at the National Assembly. As you can imagine, it's getting expedited action. Honorarium, fuel, essays office, 10 billion naira. And I like a submission made by Honorable Bello Rufai yesterday. He says, why do we keep repeating the same things in every budget in this country, especially with certain expenses like cars, for instance? Do we have to buy cars every year for government ministries, departments and agencies? Because I don't understand why cars are in the budget for 2025. Because I do know for a fact that they were in the budget last year, including this year. So do they change these cars every year like their tissue paper? So yeah, it leaves much to be desired, and I suppose Nigerians are not going to be happy about this one. Let's also talk about the other developing stories on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper. Federal government reverses Ogunjimi's appointment as Attorney Accountant General of the Federation. Madian to complete tenure. Marketers expect cheaper petrol as Dangote cuts price to 899 naira per litre. But we thought that it has already been kick-started. Don't know why this is taking forever. I mean, the announcement was made on Thursday. This is Friday, so let's wait and see what happens. Ibadan stampede, death toll hits 40, Oni's ex-wife, others detained. Ahead of Christmas, chicken, I beg your pardon, not kitchen, which actually rhymes with chicken, costs 25,000 naira and turkey 130,000 naira. I mean, we thought we were paying so much for chicken 2 years ago at 10,000 or 7,000 or 8,000. But now, there's some that I understand is even as expensive as 50,000. Wike revokes Onogeng, Abbas, Akume's land allocations. Page 3 has more on that story. 1 killed, siblings injured as explosion rocks Niger community. And finally, 59.4 billion naira Greater Dutse water project takes off in Jigawa. Let's take a look at the front page of The Guardian for today, shall we? The Guardian newspaper for today, and see what stories they are reporting today. How inflation stole Christmas. Yeah, so I suppose inflation is the new Grinch now. And this is the big story on The Guardian. I suppose they're going to break down how this is all happening. Remember, it's at 34.6%. So I suppose it's self-explanatory. Senate passes 2025 budget for second reading, adjourns till January 14. That's the same thing with the House of Representatives. You have the story about land revocation by the Federal Capital Territory Administration. More knocks as IOC's divestment approval as Dangote cuts fuel price. Tinubu demands probe of Ibadan tragedy. And Dogara slams northern leaders for mismanagement, says tax reforms will drive change. Okay, I think he's doubling down on his thoughts. He was part of that town hall meeting after all. No governor can remove local government chairman under Tinubu's watch, says Attorney General of the Federation. All of this against the backdrop of local government autonomy, and the conversation continues to develop. Well, that is it for the papers this morning. I'm afraid there will be no analysis this morning, but But thank you most kindly for joining us on Daybreak. It's been a very engaging week so far. We'll be back tomorrow with a little bit of a special to the Daybreak Extra tomorrow. So hopefully you will join us at 8 a.m. But for now, that is all that we have for you on Daybreak this morning. On behalf of the team, my name is Abdullahi Ahmed. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Join Emmanuel Fashemi at the top of the hour for the latest in sports with 360 Sports. Good morning.